Hello everyone, welcome back, and today a bit more special video for my comeback. It's totally different, it's not gonna be a gameplay as you see the title of this video. I'm actually going to set up a Raspberry Pi as a router with a modified antenna. Hopefully it's gonna work and we're gonna see. I haven't tried it yet, but I have everything. And I've watched some videos, of course, and hopefully everything's gonna go alright, and this is gonna be a different type of video. Okay, so I don't have the most professional setup to film this, but I did what I could, so hopefully it's not completely disgusting. But here we have our little Raspberry Pi that we're gonna use. This is gonna be the computer and what's gonna connect to the Wi-Fi adapter and then transmit our Wi-Fi, and also it's gonna connect through Ethernet to our router. So that's the Raspberry Pi. It's pretty nice. Here we have an antenna that I picked up. I hope it's good and I didn't get scammed. But it looks okay. It's rated for 12 dBi, so it should be good, if it's not a scam, of course. Alright, this can connect to our adapter through here. Then we have the antennas that come with the adapter. I don't think they're that good, but we're gonna need one anyway, just in case. Come on, there we go. One here, another one here, and the adapter itself, I hope I took a good one. It should be pretty good from what I've seen. It has USB here. Focus. I hope you can see it. And here to connect the antennas. Then we have a cable to connect it. USB-C, nice. And some random stuff maybe to mount it. So that's all for the equipment. So to showcase everything and explain a bit how it's gonna work, I'm going to make a little build and then I'll be right back.
1,000 years later.
Okay, so this should be everything. I am not the best at building, but hopefully you can imagine everything. Here we have our little Raspberry Pi that we saw earlier. Here we have the adapter, USB. Here we have the big antenna that's hopefully gonna work. Here we have his other antenna. Here is the router, powered. And here we have an Ethernet connection to our little Raspberry Pi. So hopefully what should happen? The Raspberry Pi connects to our Wi-Fi right here through Ethernet, hopefully with pretty nice speeds. And then I'm going to install OpenWRT on it to be able to transmit and broadcast with its own Wi-Fi or an adapter. Now for the adapter part, hopefully the drivers are alright and we're not gonna have any problems, but we're gonna see. That's part of the job. So to bake our pie, what we're gonna need, and I forgot to mention, is a micro SD to USB adapter. This one's pretty nice. A micro SD card. I have one. Focus. One that's 64 gigabytes, and it will go right here in the Raspberry Pi. And we're gonna have to install OpenWRT on it. And for that, I am going to use the Raspberry Pi imager. We're gonna plug in our little SD card. Okay, it should be plugged in. Now I already downloaded the image. If I remember, I will put a link to it. It can be found on the OpenWRT page. Select PI5, OS, use custom. Now it should be in your downloads. OpenWRT for your PI5 or whatever you have, if anyone's gonna make it. And next, sure, yes, and now we wait. Alright, it's done. Now, after ejecting your disk, you can plug it out, take out the SD card, and we will plug it in our little Raspberry Pi. Alright, once we are SSH'd into our Raspberry Pi, there are some changes that need to be done. cd/etc/config config. Here we have every config. We will need to modify network and DHCP to be able to connect the Raspberry Pi to our home network. So vi DHCP, under DHCP LAN option ignore 1. Okay, this should be it for the DHCP part. Escape colon right quit. And now for network, we have to make other changes. First, we need to change its IP so we know which one to connect to. I'm going to use .0.3, hopefully it's not taken. And here option DNS 1.1.1.1, that is Cloudflare's DNS that I personally like, and option gateway 192.168.0.1. Escape, WQ, and now reboot. Okay, now once you have connected your Raspberry Pi to your actual router and your PC as well, of course, you can head to the panel, the control panel that it has, and to access it you put in your browser 192.168.0.3, the IP that you have set, which depends on if you have a different gateway or whatever, but I don't think anyone will do it anyway. So log in, and here we have everything. Now what I want to do is wireless. Now you should already have some, and this one's an access point, network LAN. I will test if it already works. If it does, it's good. After testing it on my phone, it works, so we can connect to the existing Wi-Fi, but it's not the one we want. This one uses the built-in Wi-Fi, and we want to connect the network adapter with the big antenna. So what we're gonna do is go back in to our root and update its packages first. Okay, now I will run this command. This has a bunch of packages that I hopefully wrote correctly, that should install, and amongst everything should be drivers for our USB adapter, hopefully. Okay, now once we have installed all these packages, we will have to install on our Raspberry Pi the adapter. But first, LSUSB. Okay, nothing inside. Now I'm going to take the adapter, plug it in, LSUSB. There he is. Now, hopefully, when I do this command, if it works, that means it's recognized. No such device. Now, well, gonna have to do some research and download the drivers. Alright, it didn't take as long as I thought. I actually found a package that had it. I didn't manage to set it up like this, but going here we can see there is radio 1 and this is our adapter. Now, add. And I see it. Edit. Network LAN. Save. Save and apply. And here it is. Well, this was something. Alright everyone, this is the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, subscribe, click the like button, and tell me if you want to know more. If you want me to make more videos like this. It was something, it was long, and I bet it will be even longer to edit. But, well, it's for my comeback. So hopefully I will post more videos more often. Ciao guys!